All right, so I know I didn't warn anybody that I'm going live. Wait for people to come in here. Wait for somebody. Just jumping right on a live stream. I mean, it's going to be uploaded so people can just like rewatch it, you know. But I wanted to break down what actually happened because things went south pretty quick, and I'm kind of weirded out by the whole situation. So let me make sure that everything's good. Let me know if the audio is good, if anybody is here. I haven't went to check yet. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by this stream. I'm going to be breaking down, what happened today. I feel like, it kind of needs an explanation. Yeah, it was pretty much a bloodbath. I was looking into everything and I was just following it. I was like, wow. I mean, in some points I was right. Some points I guess I was wrong. And I will admit to that. The audio is great. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. I know this is like an unexpected stream here, but I'm just going to be breaking down some things because I feel like some things need a little bit of explanation. AMC, is AMC going to rise? I'll answer that in a little bit. We can go through different things here. It's only going to be a quick stream, so if you are getting in here late, or if you do get in here late, like I start talking halfway through and you want to know some answers, make sure you rewind it and watch the whole entire thing, or you rewatch it if you're getting in here in the middle. But I want to wait for a couple more people. Let me just make sure that things are going okay. Monetization. All right, so we got 35 people in here, 6 likes. Make sure you hit that like button before we go into it. I'm going to get into AMC first, and then I'm going to go into GME and see exactly what happened, because I want to break this down kind of like real time with everyone, just so I can get an understanding of what's actually happening. And I went through some news sources and things like that, just to kind of get an understanding as to why that really happened. I was watching it the whole entire time. A lot of red. As you can see here, I mean, there's a lot of red. This is just from the day. Ton of red here. So, thank you for doing this. We appreciate you for taking the time. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely for it. I'm up for it at all times. 15 likes. Thank you for the likes. Know what's up with AMC and GME. Not sure if AMC has even reached 20 tomorrow. Hey, y'all. Today was crazy. Yeah, today was crazy. Hopefully some people, I know some people realized their profits around $17, and some people got in around that $13 mark, so they're set. But some people actually entered at 17, and I know that's a tough deal. Like getting in at the high of the day and it never even getting close to where it was. It's a little like unheard of, It's something that people don't want to have happen. We opened and at like 17. So let's start where we opened first. I want to go through what I'm looking like, because I didn't sell. I could have sold, but I didn't do it because I thought we were going to have a spike up and down. We were going to have peaks and valleys. That's what I thought, right? But it never came true. I was like, what is going on here? We have no peaks here. The peak was mainly in the beginning of the day, and everything else was all downhill. It completely trended downhill. So let me go through mine. So I have AMC here over to the right screen, and I gained I think it was $16 today. No, plus, I can't remember how much it was. I gained $16 today. I gained $16 today, a total of 320 up. I did previously sell where I gained 300, but I had 304 that I gained from Friday, so just 16 today. And at one point, I think I was up to like 1,600 or so for total, and it just all went downhill. I mean, it started at 17. I still have my 400 shares, and I was like, all right, well, maybe I can sell at 17 and then get in low. But I was like, you know what? I'm in a low cost basis. If I feel like it's going to get down to that level, then I would have sold, but it didn't. So as I said in the pre-market when we were talking, I said that if it opened up at 17, that it was going to sell off. And I didn't think it was going to sell off to this extent. I thought that when it was going to sell off, it would just, push down to like 14 or 13 and then instantly jump back up. Now I was right about it getting up to 17 and selling off. And I was also right about it staying at that 14 to 13 level. I was happy about the fact that I was right there, but I was not right saying that there was going to be peaks and valleys, because there was no like peaks or valleys really. It was all just downhill. It was like if you roll one of those like rolls of cheese downhill and it just continues to roll. I don't know if that's even a thing. A snowball. It was a snowball effect basically. And I was a little upset with this because I was like, why is this happening? Why is this dropping? There's no increase in price. And then I go back to what happened in the beginning of the day. What I went through is the fact that Robinhood is still limiting trades. They're still finding ways to limit trades. And then I also seen some other people tell me that Webull wouldn't let you buy these trades. TD Ameritrade was having trouble. I watched Ricky, I don't know if you're familiar with him, Ricky Gutierrez. He was going through and he said he had trouble buying, I think it was AMC. And that's where it ended up being difficult. I got in AMC last week at $9, definitely holding. Yeah, if you're in at $9, that's amazing. If you're in below $10, you're in a perfect target. The only thing is that if they're still going to limit the amount we can buy, we have to find a way to get to different platforms. And again, I didn't start this by saying this is not financial advice, because it's not financial advice. I just wanted to go through, break this down and see why all of this happened. But like I said, AMC did not break that $13 mark. I think it did for a little bit. It went down a slight bit towards the end of the day. But then obviously once we get into the post market, it started to go up a little bit. But I was very concerned with the fact that it never hit up past $16 or $15 really. I guess it kind of just fell down and continued to fall down. And when I stopped streaming, I thought, oh, well, I should have never stopped streaming, because it started to go up. It started to push 15. And then right after I said that, it started to, taper off and fall down a little bit. And I didn't like that at all. So let me know, did anybody have any trouble with Robinhood? Because I've seen a couple of streams saying that they had trouble with even getting the 10 shares in. Some other people said that, I did see Dustin Diamond is dead, but that's not what we're talking about. But that pains me to see that. But yeah, I mean, did anybody have any trouble with Robinhood, Cash App, any of the platforms they were using? Because it seemed like they were still limiting these trades, not only to 10 shares, but basically not letting people even get in at all. We set up Fidelity Deposit today and got into AMC at $14. But unless Robinhood stops, limits people. That's good that you got into Fidelity, because Robinhood, if we can get so many people from Robinhood over to Fidelity, the problem is that Robinhood has such a good user interface that they really don't want to move, even though they say they're going to move. So it ends up being tricky in that aspect. But with seeing AMC drop down this much, I have to come out and tell you guys that I was wrong about saying there were peaks and valleys, because there was neither. It was all just a straight drop. And yes, you had more of an impact here, and then it did come up a little bit, but I don't consider that a valley. I consider that just a little like rally, I guess. I got 10 on Robinhood today. I managed to get 13 shares with Robinhood. See, that's what I don't understand. Some people are saying, oh, I managed to get some shares, or, I managed to, get 10 or 13 shares when they said they're limited to 10. Some people saying they didn't get any. That's crazy. And I hear that the short positions, they're actually buying those back sparingly, just like I said. And that's not good at all. Because if they're doing that in conjunction with the price going down, then they're obviously not driving the price up as aggressively as we wanted it to. Not saying they're completely out of their holdings, not saying they're completely out of their shorts, but it's not looking great for the whole situation to say that it's going to push above $50. Um, and that's where I'm like, okay, all right, is it really going to push above $50? I think that it's still going to have a rally up, right? Once people can start really buying as many shares as they want to, I know it will have that rally. I'm staying in at 1250, and if I can get in lower, then that's amazing. And like I said, one of these days, I expect it to be a negative day. I expected it to be to push that $10 figure, $12, $10 figure, and I wanted it to, and I just didn't want a solid day to where it goes completely downhill. With no peaks and valleys means that people buying are kind of not off the table, but you don't have enough volume to to partner with the sells that are there. So if people are selling and they're selling way more than they're buying, then that's why you see it go downhill. You bought 33 shares. Look, it isn't limiting at all to my knowledge. That's good. Do you think AMC will even squeeze? I think it will. I just think the squeeze is going to be a lot less of an impact than what we thought. I don't think we're going to be able to squeeze $100 or $50 out of it. And I think that GME, they're trying to figure out how they can bring that price back to earth. And by limiting that to one share in any way or any platform, then they're going to bring that price down, and it's concerning. I mean, I said that I would invest into GME when it gets to about that $200 mark. Now, it didn't get down there. It got down to, I believe, 213, which is the low of the day. But I was very concerned with that. Let me look at GME here. So it seemed like everything was really going just downhill. GME, AMC, both were going downhill. Now with Nokia and all of them, I wasn't really paying attention to them too much. Costs, I wasn't really paying attention to too much. And it seems like, I think this might be the case. So I looked at a bunch of streams, a bunch of articles, a bunch of things on the news, and everybody keeps talking about silver. Everyone. And I think with all of the other stocks that we have in here, so costs, I can't even think of any other stocks here. Nokia, all of those other stocks that they're allowing people to buy more shares of. I think cost, you can't buy a lot of shares, but you know what I mean. With Nokia, you can buy a ton of shares. I think they're trying to drift our focus to these areas so that we can take our focus away from GameStop and AMC. And it seems like it's working, because everywhere that I go, I hear nothing but silver talk, nothing but, hey, well, Nokia's going up, and then they mentioned GameStop last. And I'm like, okay, this doesn't make sense. So are they really taking our attention away from this, trying to drive up a lower price that they have less holdings in, so then this price can go down and they can, limit the losses? I mean, it seems legit. It seems like that's what they would do, in my opinion. And we have to really see how tomorrow's going to go. Right now, even in the post market, you look at GME and it's going down. It's at 208. Like, what? And this is all I see is every single live stream chat ends up having a number of different stocks that people want you to talk about. And I think that we should be focusing on two areas right now until they basically buy back their shorts and we can gain a profit out of it. But I think this is going to be, I don't think it's going to be a rocky road. That's an ice cream. I don't think it's going to be a rocky road, but I think that today was definitely a bloodbath. And tomorrow I think will be a better day. Hopefully, if it does go down anymore, I'm definitely getting in if it's below 10. And I think that's where everybody else wants to get in. But I think there's a lot of people that are scared. They see this, they see the drop here, and then they get scared. They see that drop, they get scared. And they start selling, thinking that they're not going to get that profit target again or ever getting that opportunity again. But, that just brings the price down more for other people and other people and other people. And then it starts to rally a little bit, but not enough, I'm thinking it's pushing 15. It's going to get up to 16, 17. That this would be the trend. It would go down this route a little bit slower, then push up quite quick or at the same rate, then come down a little bit, then push up, but by still increasing. Throughout the week, if you take out this day, it looked like the trend was going up, and now the trend looks like it's bowed. So you have it going like this, and it's coming all the way down to where it's bowed back down to 1352. We opened today at 17, and we closed today at 1352, with no real rallies back up to 17. No rallies at all back up past 15. Isn't that crazy? Something that's such a powerful stock that so many people are getting behind has so much negativity. And yes, it is Monday, but I thought that more people would get excited about it being Monday and buy into it, right? That's what I thought, at least. I would say we definitely need to hold the line at this point, because there's a lot of people that are selling off, whether this is, artificial. This might not even be real when it comes to the sell-off here. This might be really fake. You see a whole day that people are selling off, but I think the next couple of days are going to tell us a lot. They're going to tell us a ton. I still expect to buy into more shares, and if GameStop goes lower and lower below that 200 mark, I'm definitely buying into GameStop, because I feel like that's still going to push the 400 mark. But I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys that I was wrong about it having, peaks and valleys. There were no peaks, there were no valleys. Every other day had massive peaks and valleys. You look at AMC over here to the right. You have this peak, you have a valley, peak, valley, peak, valley, peak, and then it starts to taper off towards the close of Friday, right? And after the after hours, and then it skyrockets, right? It's like, I think we might be missing a day, but still, I mean, you're looking at this and you're going, all right, well, you have these peaks and valleys, and the price goes up, and I'm looking to get in, before the price skyrockets, and it never gets there. It's just a complete drop. GME is at 202 now. Well, that's good in my opinion. It's bad for anybody that got in at a high point, but it's good if you want an entry point. I could have never predicted this, and I don't think anybody else did. Anybody else that I've seen streaming could have never predicted this. And I look at more indicators and information than anybody. So do not watch the other YouTuber, Kevin. The suit sellout, paper-handed. I mean, he has his days. I mean, he invests like anybody else that has a ton of money. I wouldn't say he's that. He seems like a good guy. He just tries to work really hard. Why do I think mainstream media is pushing it? Pushing AMC or pushing silver? Because I think now they're pushing silver a lot more. So they're trying to give all of this attention to, they gave all this attention to GameStop because they wanted to tell people that it was going to collapse. So people get out, people get scared. That's why it's usually in the media, is it's going to get scared. So the fact that they did mention it, give me a second. Oh, okay, sorry. The fact that they do mention GameStop and AMC was more on the fact that they want to scare you, just like the news does with every situation. Why do they show you the news? They show you car crashes, they show you people getting shot, they show you all of these negative things because they want to scare you into watching more of it. For this purpose, they wanted to scare you into selling your positions. Now they notice that that's not working. It's just gaining popularity because it was looked at as the people were driving this, and it was looked at as everybody in the news sources were bad. So they stopped. But now they're starting to push silver a lot more. They're pushing silver. They're pushing everything else but GameStop. Yes, they have it included, but it's an afterthought. They start to look at all of these areas that are growing opportunities so that these stocks, they drop, and then they end up, instead of it increasing and them having to pay, I guess 10 more billion dollars, 20 more billion dollars. Now they end up saving $20 billion or $30 billion because they're starting to slowly buy back some of their shares, not massively to make it look like we're going to see this massive increase. They're doing it slowly. And I said that they were going to do it slowly. I think I seen something that they were down to like maybe 40% or something of their short positions that they have left outstanding. And it's like slowly impacting it, but I guess they're partnering it with fear, you know? GameStop is bankrupt, but the people were pushing it as far as they could possibly push it. And the problem is that now media, Wall Street, the hedge funds, all of them are just trying to ruin this whole entire thing for people because we're making too much money. People are making too much money, and these hedge funds are not making this money. See, they're trying to push things that they don't have a stake in. Like everybody that's saying silver, they're pushing something. Yes, it's going up. It's a great opportunity, right? But the problem is that they're pushing the silver just to take our eyes off of GameStop and AMC and all the other areas that they have short positions in, massive short positions in. Fear is the biggest weapon. You're right. And it kind of pisses me off because I see this downward trend. And yes, it is only Monday, but I don't like to see this complete downward spiral when you have so many people that are interested, so many people that are investing. You have 2 shares of GME at 210. That's a good price to be at because it looks like it's really resisting at that 200 mark. I don't know if it'll go crazy lower than 200. But then again, I have really nothing to go off of here. It's all negative news. If I look at GME, I have no peaks. I have nothing but downward spirals. Not even a valley. I have a downward spiral, then a little bit of a recovery, and then down it goes again. That's what it's looking like. So I can't even give like a price prediction until I see some sort of movement. So I'm trying to really understand exactly what the price will be. Hopefully the pre-market opens up in a better situation. But I said it with AMC is that we were going to open at 17. And if we did open at 17, which we opened at exactly 17, it was going to sell off. And like I said, I didn't think that it was going to sell off at this scale. And it was a slow decrease. At least it's not under $10. If it was a fast decrease and then they had an instant peak that they got to, then I can understand. But there's no peaks. That means they're suppressing the buyers with a ton of sellers. It bothers me so much. Let me know how you guys are doing. Are you down right now? Did you end up getting out at a high and were able to invest in at like $13? Are you down a lot? Again, this is not financial advice. This is just, what do I usually say? This is my opinion based on a thorough analysis. This is not financial advice. Don't buy when I buy. Don't sell when I sell. I'm merely just going through a lot of information here to show you what happened. So GME, it's over. I don't think it's over. This is one day. I think we will have a rally. I do not think it's over. I think they're going to stop trying to push the importance of getting into GME or the importance of GME in general. But I don't think it's over, no. You're down $11,000? When did you get into it? And how much? Obviously a lot. Hopefully it's something that, you were willing to play with. A lot of the people that are investing, like me, I invested $5,000. I'm willing to lose $5,000 because I know it's not something that will pay my mortgage. I know it's not something that will pay for anything really. It's just something that's kind of play money there. 2 million? I don't know what you're saying by 2 million. 2 million just got invested in AMC. You're down 2 million. You're not down 2 million. How much money do you have if you're down 2 million? And hopefully you're not trading on margin as well. People are scared. That's why. Yeah, people are scared. They see the drop off, and you can say hold all you want, but anybody sees this. If you really don't have diamond hands, and I know a lot of people are saying this, and they're saying, oh, I got diamond hands, I ain't got paper hands. If you truly care about your money and it's something that means a lot to you, that it can go somewhere else, then you're going to look at this and you're going to say, all right, this is decreasing. It's going from 17 where I can make a profit down to 16.50. How about I sell? All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and sell. So you sell. It has a little bit of a recovery. So let's it has a little bit of a recovery here. So you open at 17. It has a little bit of a recovery, and you think, oh, well, you know what? Maybe I should get back in since it's on the way up. Well, it was on the way up, but it was just like going over the crest, and then it was gonna, just roll down the hill. No brakes. Whoa. All right. So everybody, GME is closed at 197. GME closed at 225. Right now, it's still moving in the aftermarket. It's not closed at 197. It's Thursday. Sorry. Yes, you're right. It was low on Thursday. A lot of people thought that it was going to skyrocket from then, and you're right. It did close at 197 Thursday, and a lot of people gained a ton of money out of it after getting in at 197. That's why I said if it goes below 200, I'm in there. And I'm going to buy a few shares, maybe 5 or 6, maybe 10. I don't know. And then just make a little bit of money from it. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is all of the people that are holding, obviously they're doing good work here by holding it, by leveling it out, because you do have people that are still selling off and being very scared with AMC and with GME. So I just wanted to make this update just to bring it to your attention that what was going on and what I see in the stocks. I don't want to make this a lengthy stream here. I would assume it's only going to be like 45 minutes. And then we'll get into another stream tomorrow morning to where we go through the pre-market. And the problem is that I see people saying buy the dip. The problem is there was no real, the whole entire day was a dip. It got to a point to where I think it was below the $13 mark one time for like a millisecond. I knew that it was going to push back from 13. 14 to 13, I said in between there, that's where I knew it was going to be. But it was a tough day, seeing no peaks at all. Everybody's saying diamond hands, keep holding, buy the dip, and then keep holding. Yeah, you're right. Will AMC reverse? I think they will push back up. Like even now, you can see them pushing back up. Right now, they're pushing. Oh, that's not it. Maybe not. I think they will push back up, but I don't know where they actually are right now. It closed at 1330, which is lower than yesterday's close, right? Yeah. And or not yesterday's close, Friday's close, but obviously way lower than when it opened at $17. I never thought that it would just go all downhill and never even get above 15 again. That's crazy. It will go up tomorrow. I hope you're right. I'm going to look at the pre-market and see what's happening there. If it stays low, then expect it to go up tomorrow with a lot of volume in the morning. That's what's going to happen. You tend to have less volume at the end of the day, and I understand that. And if you have less volume, if you have more people scared, so they're going to sell. So yeah, it's definitely more difficult situation there, I would say. But did anybody end up selling? Did anybody end up taking an actual loss, or are they still holding? Like, I want to know what everybody's doing with their shares. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is merely my opinion. It's all for really entertainment purposes as we go through this. You buy at your own time, at your own schedule, with your own strategy. Buy the dip, AMC, you're right. I watched GME at 126. You bought in. Buy AMC at 1260 right now. Wow. I'm in at 1250, so I have a $300 profit really to play on. So if I lose 300, or if I lose the whole thing, I really don't care. But I would like to be able to gain thousands of dollars on it. And obviously, if it gets in really low at $8, I'm getting in there. Like, there's no way that I'm not putting a ton of money into AMC if it goes to $8. And if I lose the money, it's a write-off. So not the whole thing, but a portion of it. 1239, that's where it stands right now. Good. Keep pushing down. No offense to anybody that holds a high position. I think it will get back up there. I just think the thought of it getting to $50 or $100 is kind of, $100 is definitely out of the question. I think $50 is probably more of the expectation or the long-term goal. My expectation, I guess, is 30 to 35. In AMC since 8. I'm selling if it hits 30. Well, that's good. Yeah, I would agree with you. If it hits 30, yeah, definitely get out. If it gets even close to that, get out. Realize your profits. That's what it's all about. Everybody needs to make money out of this. If I bought it at 16, how screwed am I? I don't think you are screwed. 16's not, it's close to the middle of the road. I would say 15 is more of the middle of the road. Anything that's above, anything that's below 13 or anything that's below maybe 12 is probably considered low. Average is maybe 13 up to that 15 mark, and then you're a little bit high over 16, but you're right there. You can gain a profit because it consistently, or not consistently, it does hit that $20 mark a couple of times. So I would expect it to get back up there at least some points. But they're gonna kill you. Who's gonna kill me? Wall Street's gonna kill me. They're gonna 30 to 35 for AMC. What about GME? GME, I still think they're capable of pushing. They move so much in one day, and they were bound to have a negative day, and a negative 100 day is definitely lower than what they had before. They had a negative like 150 day, I believe, or higher than that. So I expect them to move up tomorrow, because I don't think that they will ever push below that 150 mark until people really sell off. So if you can get in under $200, then it will be an amazing profit for you, because I think it will push in the pre-market, and then it will push even higher when the market opens. So it's all about when we buy, and they're trying to off all of these stocks that they have, and they can go ahead and do that, or off all these shorts that they have. We still buy at 195 right now. I mean, if you have the opportunity to buy at 195, yeah, that's very low, GME. That's very low. But again, not financial advice. I have to say it's not. You make your decision based on what you think the stock is going to do. Any news that you see, definitely do your own research here, because just don't take anybody's advice on the internet. Even though I seem like I know what I'm talking about, and I know when I'm going to buy, how long I'm going to hold, when I'm going to realize my profits, all of those things. You need to look at your own situation and build your own strategy. So again, not financial advice. I want to stress that so much. I kind of need to shovel. So I still haven't shoveled yet. I had to go pick up the children earlier. Under 12. It's under 12? Whoa. All right, well, let me go ahead and see that then, because it's under 12. I don't have my live platform up. Actually, I think I can pull up Robinhood. Give me a second. Oh, I was gonna say it's at 1040, but that's just my balance. It's it's not at 1040. My balance in Robinhood is $10.40. Wow. So it's now at 1178. That's definitely. I would love to buy in at 1150. Okay, I thought it went up, like skyrocketed. I would love to buy in at 1150. Yeah, I would love to do that. Let me see something. 1155. You go down to 11. Trying to time it. Well, let's see how that works. My order can get filled, but I don't know. It's pushing up again. If I can get it at 11, that'll be amazing. But yeah, my opinion for AMC and GME, I don't think they're done. I really don't think they're done. If you think they are, and you think you need to get out, definitely make the decision for you where you feel like it's going to be good for you. But there's a lot of people with thousands of dollars, like hundreds of thousands of dollars in these areas, and some people don't care about the hundreds of thousands of dollars. They make $100,000 here, and they lose $100,000 there. I mean, they don't care about it. But if they put $100,000 in there and they gain $300,000 out of it, then they're happy about that, because now they can put that money into 3 different other investments. Yeah, if it gets to $11, it's starting to creep up a little bit. This is the same mistake I made the other day. It was 1160, and I wanted it to go to 1150, and I put a limit order in for 1150, and I didn't fill it. It didn't get filled. So we'll see what happens here. If you can get it. 11:45 right now. So yeah, do you think the lows we are seeing today are similar to the lows during VW squeeze? What was the VW squeeze? I don't know. VW squeeze. I don't know how to answer that question. What is the VW squeeze? Obviously, I'm thinking that's Volkswagen. VW squeeze chart. Was that in 2008? It's not even giving me any. Oh man. Sorry for the VW squeeze. I think this is more drawn out. Yeah, it looks like this is more drawn out. That would be my opinion, but I don't want to go too far into that. Let's go down a rabbit hole. Make sure you hit that like button while you're in here. I'm only going to be streaming for a little bit longer, literally like 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. Let's make it an even 45 minutes of a stream. Don't want to. GME is dying. I don't think GME is dying. I think it's definitely hitting a point to where people are getting concerned, very concerned. But GME has been at lower than this before, and it pulled way through. I just kind of hope that AMC drops a little bit so that I can get my order filled. Don't be scared of the dip. Yeah, don't be scared of the dip. This could be a bigger picture dip rather than just like the short dips that I look at. This could be a very big picture dip, which you do see on occasion. You do see the very big picture dips. But if you look at the ultimate big picture, let's see. So we're going to see this large dip from $22 all the way down to I think it was like $6 or $7, and then the big picture dip, it gets up to here, or I guess a little bit higher, and does dip down a little bit. But maybe we might be seeing another big picture dip. So coming down here, it might dip to 10, 8, 9. The trend may look that way, you know, in my opinion. But yeah, it is scary. It's scary. It's a scary trap, guy. Don't sell, hold it. Okay, I mean, you have your own strategy, but most people, yes, will hold it. It's better if they do hold it. You can't really time the market unless you know a lot. And most people can't time the market effectively. So you do it to a point to where you can either make a little bit of money, or you can make, nothing. Kind of. You're not going to sit here and make hundreds of thousands of dollars by investing a couple thousand. It's just not going to happen, especially not overnight. I'll tell you that. It takes a while. You see people that invest $100,000 in hopes of doubling it. If they're investing $100,000 in hopes of doubling it, what do you think you're going to do with $5,000? You think you're going to triple it, quadruple it, quintuple it, whatever it actually is? You're not going to increase that money by that scale. Just take your money and accept that you're increasing it by doubling it, or maybe tripling it, or not even doubling it. Just getting some sort of profit. Let me see my positions here. I got an open order. Let me see if I can. I have to cancel it. I can't edit it. I guess I can edit it. Does it look like that's going to drop down to 11? I can't really tell the trend there. I guess I'm going to be streaming tomorrow morning, so I'll be able to check to see if that's still open. All right. Well, I think I'm going to be done here. That's the end of the stream. I just wanted to come on here and literally explain what I've seen and where I'm standing when it comes to my account. But AMC looks like it's getting lower. GameStop, I don't know where that actually is. Is that below 200 yet? Or has it popped up a little bit? Do you get the close price profit or the open market? What? Do you get the close price profit or the open market tomorrow? I don't know what that means. I mean, if I had to interpret it, I mean, I get the closed price profit, but it's still unrealized because I'm still holding the stock. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for showing up here and watching this and going through this with me, because it was definitely a bloodbath. It was definitely a very difficult situation, and it was tough to handle. Seeing that, I was just watching it and I was like, how? And then I seen some rallies and I was like, all right, well, now it's going up. Never seen those peaks. Never seen it resist anything. I mean, the only thing I seen were these levels of support here. I mean, you see the 13 level or $13 range where it didn't want to go below that. And then now after market, it's going below that. So I don't know what we're dealing with here and why people wouldn't want to buy at all times of the day and what we're actually seeing and why it's going down, because it's not really making sense. A bunch of people are energized and ready to buy, so it shouldn't be going down, right? But again, I'll see you guys tomorrow. What it'd be, you know what? Let me look through all the rest of them. Sorry if I neglected some areas. Let me pull up. Where's Robinhood? Where's Robinhood? Do I not have Robinhood up anymore? Maybe exit up. Maybe I totally missed it. Let me look at all the rest just so people can understand what's happening. That's how much money I got in there. AMC, first let's start with AMC. So we did look at AMC where they were, but let's just check where they ended up. So right now they're pushing the $12 mark again, so they're coming back, right? Obviously they had a huge fall with everything. I'm not going to be able to see all the candlesticks that I usually see with Fidelity, but I'll give a quick analysis. Let's also look at GME here. Let's see what's happening there. That's at 100. If I can get in at that price, I'm getting in at that price. $182, $185, I'm there. If it opens at that price, I'm getting in. And that's my opinion. Again, this is all my opinion. It's not financial advice. Make sure you get these likes up to 500 likes. That would be great. But GME at 185 is definitely a good buy-in price. For people that got in higher, don't panic. It will go back up. I believe it will go back up. But again, not a financial advisor. Dividend is $9.09 or 9.9%. All right, let's look at BB. I'll look at BBY too. Bed Bath and BBBY. That actually had a decent day compared to all the rest of them. If you look at where it opened, it dropped down significantly, having a tough day, and then jumped up to above where it opened at, which is amazing. Some people were at 16, but it seems like it was pretty flat, which means that it didn't really have too much action in it, which is probably because they don't have many shorted positions, I don't believe, in this. So I think this is good. So around that 4 o'clock range, it closed at the 414 something, which is good. I mean, you're pretty much right around where it opened. Perfect. BBBY had a tough day. It did end up flattening out, but that's pretty much it. All right, let's look at Nokia and then we'll be done. Nokia is green for the day. It does have, it did close, I guess, a little bit higher. That doesn't make sense because it opened higher. Why would it be green? But it is having a tough outing in the post market or after hours. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna get out of here. Make sure you catch my stream tomorrow. I will be going over this in the pre-market and trying to break some things down for you guys. Hopefully we can get some positive news tomorrow, because AMC and GME did not do us well today. They did us dirty. But yeah, that's it. Thank you again. I'm gonna get out of here. I need to get some food, and